Welcome to the Ethics Desk. I am Solomon. In your modern world, you are surrounded by contracts, digital signatures, and legal teams. You have created a system where a man's word is no longer enough to move a mountain or close a deal. But I have come to remind you that while the world changes, the foundations of character do not. Listen to the words I recorded long ago. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. That is Proverbs 12:22. It is not a suggestion. It is a structural law of the universe. Why has the handshake deal become a relic of the past? It is because integrity has become a variable instead of a constant. But for the man of God, his word is not a negotiation, it is a covenant. If you say you will be there at sunrise, the sun should not beat you to your post. If you promise a payment, the silver should be ready before the debt is due. Many men today think that shrewdness means finding a loophole in their promises. They believe that if a better deal comes along, they are justified in breaking the first one. But a king knows that a throne is established by righteousness, and a man's reputation is built on the absolute reliability of his yes and his no. Let us speak plainly about the cost of a broken word. In my time, a man without integrity was a man without a place in the gates. He could not lead, he could not judge, and he could not be trusted with the community's future. I have seen powerful men lose their entire legacy, not because an army defeated them, but because they told a small lie to cover a small mistake. Eventually, the weight of the lies collapsed the roof of their house. Even the best-selling authors of your day, like John Maxwell or Dave Ramsey, will tell you that trust is the only currency that truly matters in leadership and wealth. But where does this trust come from? It starts in the small things. The Ethics Desk is not just about multi-million-dollar contracts. It is about the promise you made to your wife this morning. It is about the deadline you gave to your employee. If you cannot be trusted with a grain of sand, why should the Creator trust you with a mountain of gold? We must speak now of the architecture of the soul, of the foundations that remain hidden beneath the surface of a man's public life. Many of you believe that integrity is a performance, a suit you put on when the board of directors is watching, or when the contract is being signed. But true ethics, the kind that establishes a throne, is forged in the silence of the dark. It is what you do when no one is there to hold you accountable but the Almighty and your own conscience. Think of the master builders I gathered for the temple in Jerusalem. I commissioned Hiram of Tyre, a man filled with wisdom and understanding. He did not just focus on the golden lampstands that the priests would admire. He ensured that the unseen stones, deep beneath the earth, were perfect. Why? Because he understood a fundamental law. What is hidden determines the stability of what is seen. He wasn't building for the praise of men. He was building for the dwelling place of the Most High. When you adjust your word because you think no one will find out, you are eroding the very ground you stand on. Every time you break a small promise, you create a hairline fracture in your character. Remember Proverbs 10, whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. Security is the byproduct of a straight path. There is a profound masculine peace in being the same man in the prayer closet that you are in the marketplace. To conclude our time today, I want to lead you through a sovereign audit, a practical restoration of your word. It is never too late to rebuild a broken altar, but it requires the courage of a lion and the humility of a servant. You are at an age where legacy is no longer a distant concept. It is the very ground you are treading upon. What do you want your grandsons to remember when they hear your name? Do you want them to say, he was a clever man? Or do you want them to say, his word was as firm as the stones of the temple? Here is your task for the next 7 days. Take a physical sheet of paper. Write down 3 promises you made in the last 90 days that remain unfulfilled. A debt, a phone call, a commitment to your family. Do not offer excuses. Do not blame the economy. A man of wisdom takes absolute ownership. This week, you will fulfill those 3 promises. If you cannot fulfill them, you will look those people in the eye and confess your failure. This is how you reclaim your sovereignty. This is how you tell the world that you are a man of the covenant. When you clean the slate of your broken words, you will feel a weight lift from your shoulders that gold could never buy. I am Solomon. Your word is your bond. Your bond is your legacy. Feed on this truth today. This is your daily bread. Walk wisely.